Okay, boys and girls, I'm going to help you get going on your next activity. All right, in your blue pocket, you have a packet with this paper on the front. Okay, and it's stapled right here. So you're going, wait to do this until you're done watching the video. Okay, so you're going to get the paper, get the packet. Sorry, I already took it apart. And you're going to need the first two pages. Okay, front page and then this page that has these little squares you're going to cut out. And you're going to tear it off, and the rest of your packet will stay in the blue pocket. You have two papers to work from. Okay, now mine looks a little different because I already cut it, but I'm going to try to show you what you're going to do. Okay, put your name on the front paper and then set this aside. You're going to need it later. Okay, now this paper, I already cut mine apart, but I have to show you again because my first video, the sound didn't work. You are going to, you don't need both of these. Cut it on the line so you only have one. You don't need the other one, okay? Now, we don't need your name on this one because we're going to cut out the parts, but we do need to color it. So, because these pictures are teeny tiny, you might want to use a colored pencil if you have them, because colored pencils are pointier. Okay. Now, if you look really closely, these look a lot the same, but those are round apples and these are little tiny flowers. Apple tree blossoms are either white or pink. So please make sure you color them so they look like they do in nature. Okay, and then you can pick the green for the tree. So make sure you stay in the lines and do your best coloring. Again, these are that's the wrong picture that goes there. These are the flowers that need to be white or green. No, or pink, white or pink, just like we read in that story. Sorry, that's the one that goes, no. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh no, hold on. Let's see, what are we missing? Flowers. Oh, my sound wasn't working and I kind of mixed it up. All right, we have two of those, but oh, I know what we're missing. That's not what's there. When you have your paper, you'll have the seeds right there like that. Okay, let me show you a trick for cutting out squares. Okay, now different ways will work as long as you cut on the line, but I have a trick for you. Now, if you go and you cut and you just cut out all the squares out, that's a little bit harder. Let me show you the trick. Cut off in a straight line all the bottom. Okay, move your scraps to the side. Whoops. Okay, then if you cut in a straight line here, now you get all the tops. Okay, then you don't need this part, just cut in straight lines. I promise you, it saves time. It's hard to just cut in a square and then you have all these papers hanging, these little pieces of paper. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so now I don't need my strips. Here's my scraps. I'm going to put them in the trash. Make sure they don't go on the floor. Leave it for somebody else to clean up. Okay, now I'm going to cut the sides. Okay, and you can do that with the straight line. I know your scissors are a little bit smaller, but there you go. Sometimes it's easier to move the paper to cut instead of moving your hand, right? Instead of cutting like that, move it where you're cutting up. Okay, turn it around, right? It's kind of hard to cut. That's not very big. If you turn it around and that way, move the paper around where it's going to be easy. Okay, I don't need these little pieces. I'm keeping my pictures. Okay, now remember, they're already colored. Look at this. This looks a lot the same. This is a baby plant. See the roots? And then this is after it's planted and it starts to grow a little bit, okay? Just so you can tell the difference. So I'm cutting up. I'm keeping the parts I need. The other parts I don't. And this is kind of hard to hold right here. So if I turn it upside down, that's a little bit easier for me. Okay, there we go. Scraps, the parts that I need. So they're colored, they're beautiful. Now you have to think about the order. Okay, we know I want you to start with seeds as number one. And then I'm not going to do this for you. Make sure you see the difference between the flowers and the apples. You're going to decide what order they go in. And that's when you're going to get this paper. Okay, with your names already on it. Okay, so I want you to put seeds for number one. That's the only one I'm going to do for you. Then you're going to lay out the other ones. I don't want to do it for you. Okay, so I'm not going to. But you're not gluing yet. Notice I don't even have my glue stick out yet. Okay, well, it's out, but it's not open. Okay, so I want you to lay your pictures number two, number three, what happens next, what's happened next, what happens last, and then the cycle repeats. Lay them out, make sure they're where you want. Then get your glue. Okay. Oh, pull it off. Okay, I'm going to lift it. Just I need a little bit sticking out. And because the picture is smaller than the square, they're all laid out. You're going to flip it over, hold it down with the finger, get your glue on there, and then turn it around and put it in the square. Okay? You flip the picture, whatever picture's next, you glue the square, you put it on. Now that doesn't go there, so don't put it there. All right, until you have all your colored pictures glued, then I'm going to put the glue back down. And when I put the lid on, okay, and you hear it click, and that way it'll be ready for next time. Okay, these are all laid out. At the bottom, you're going to write a sentence. What impact do apples have on people? That means like, how do they like help people, right? What can we enjoy from apples? You get to write what you enjoy from apples. Here's your sentence starter. Okay, we, capital letter, just reminding you how to make your letters. Your A starts there. Can, this word says enjoy. Make sure your J is low and your Y hangs low. Okay, we can enjoy. Oh, I don't even want to put another word there. Okay, what can you enjoy from apples? We can enjoy. Now, when I say I really mean what words are you going to put there? Now, please don't ask. That period's too big. You're going to put a period at the end of your words, wherever the end of your words are. Now, you don't have to ask your grown-up helper how to spell the words. Remember, we can enjoy. You put the words in your mind. You can even say your sentence out loud. And then you take one word at a time and you put all the sounds you hear down on the paper. You don't have to worry about spelling it like a grown-up would. It's good practice for you to just spell it with all the sounds you hear. Okay? All right. It would really be super awesome if you could color this apple with your favorite kind of apple. What color is your favorite kind of apple? Here's the apple barrel. You can put different apples in there if you want, or color them all the same. And here's a wagon. You can color the kid. Best coloring, please, no scribbling. We're not going to take one color and go like that. We're going to do it neatly and carefully, and we're going to make it look amazing, because if this was hanging on the wall, you want to have your best work. Okay? All right, now you know how to finish your apple paper. Please remember to make sure you pick the order. I didn't want to do that for you. I want you to show me that you learned the order that everything happens with apples. Okay, this can be turned in next Friday. Okay, so you're going to put it in your homework folder when you're done and when it's dry, and you'll turn it in a week. All right, thanks for listening. Have fun.